I'd love to start with the state of the race, the election race, with the caveat that I think 50 million people now have voted early, but we got the last debate out of the way. How would you assess the state of the race and how the market's primed for it or not?
Well, it looks like Biden has a clear lead and is going to be the victor. Maybe it won't be by as many points as the polls suggest. Maybe it'll be narrower than that. Sometimes people are secretive about their intention to vote for Trump. But I think Biden is going to pull it out.
So the general takeaway from that thought is that the market would benefit short term from stimulus, especially if the Senate flips, but that later next year, let's say, liabilities start to creep in about higher rates. And I've seen some projections that the fourth quarter of 21 could be a difficult quarter for the market. How do we even begin to process projections that far out?
Well, I don't know how you go that far out. There's enough uncertainty about next week. But my view is that Biden, the market will probably rally on the outcome. I think the popular perception is that Trump is more favorable for business than Biden is. But it may not turn out that way. I think the top two priorities for Biden are going to be getting the virus under control and creating jobs. I think raising taxes and other things that might be less favorable for the market are probably going to be secondary to those two objectives. So if we get those two objectives first, that could be good for the market. And also the recovery is pretty strong. So far, I'm impressed with how fast the economy is coming back. I think we're only about halfway back. I do believe that we're going to have a higher level of unemployment than we're historically used to. I think a lot of businesses that closed during the virus scare are not going to reopen. I think there are at least 10 to 15 million people in the United States who have lost their jobs, and their jobs aren't going to come back. And we're going to have to wait for entrepreneurship to start up again and reemploy those people. So I think the recovery will continue at a gradual pace. I've described it as a square root, a V at the beginning, and we're still in the V, and then tapering off in 2021, and hopefully back to something close to normal by 2022.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.